The Hawk Tuah girl is catching some strays after her token pumps and dumps, Magic Eden's free token airdrop getting some backlash, and a brand new way to earn by holding your meme coins. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Crypto Gorilla video. As usual, I'm not a financial advisor. Links to everything I talk about in the description down below. While you're down there, be sure to hit that subscribe button so we can get this channel to 100K subs before the end of the cycle. And with that, let's jump right into the video. Now, speaking of 100K, it's a monumental week for Bitcoin as we've finally broken through that 6-figure barrier for the first time in history, which means the dude who bought a pizza for 10,000 Bitcoin back in 2010 or 2013 faded a $1 billion trade. As at 100K, 10,000 Bitcoin is worth $1 billion. Now, Bitcoin did go as high as roughly $104,000 per coin. It did start to correct and go back under 100K for the first time in history. However, today we did get this scam wick going from 98,000 all the way down to 92. I saw on some exchanges it went as low as 90,000 per Bitcoin. And this was in a 3-minute time frame. And if we go back to the daily, you can see this was just a scam wick. And at the time of the video, unfortunately, I don't know why this happened. I don't know if it has to do with Mt. Gox selling or the US government selling. All we know is that in the last 24 hours, $1.1 billion was liquidated in terms of longs and shorts. Obviously a majority of longs since we did go down 10K. And in the 5-minute period when this happened, we had over $450 million of liquidations, which is why a mass majority of my holdings are just in spot. Now, not everything was negative. Obviously, we had the 100K Bitcoin, but we did have 2 positive things happen this week. The first one is that Donald Trump has nominated Paul Atkins. I have no idea who that is, but apparently he's pro Bitcoin or pro crypto to replace Gary Gensler to run the SEC. The other one is that Jerome Powell, the dude we all tune in to watch once a month to tell us our futures at the FOMC meetings, said that Bitcoin is a competitor to gold, not the US dollar, which is bullish for many reasons. One, he's recognizing Bitcoin as something real. 2, he's comparing it to gold. And 3, they don't see it as a threat to the dollar. But you don't care about all that. You want to hear about some meme coins. So let's jump into some meme coin news of the week. First off, we saw Meme by Meteora finally go live. So hopefully you did manage to get it because the token is performing incredibly well. Within the first few minutes, it ran all the way up to 120 million. It did get some nice corrections, which were some great entries, and it went as high as 220 mil, currently sitting at roughly 160 million market cap. But outside of simply trading the coin or catching dips or sniping, they introduced a really cool concept here, rewarding holders for staking the meme coins that they believe in and they want to hold long term. Because if you stake this coin or any other meme coin that decides to do this, they have a massive rewards pool that they've already built up. Within 36 hours, this thing was above $5 million. So I assume they already did some payouts because now it's gone under. And you can see if you are in the top 999, they are paying out $220,000 daily, which is split between Solana and meme coins. So just to give you a rough idea of how much you can make by doing this, if we just go to flat numbers here, let's go to roughly 100K. So if you have 100K tokens, which at current prices is something like $16,000, you are making $200 a day just for staking it. Now, would I go buy a random meme coin to do this and make $200 a day? No, I would only do this for tokens that I believe in long term, or at least for the next 2-3 weeks, whatever it is, and that I plan on holding because this is an additional source of revenue. If you think your meme coin is going to go up, you're going to have to deal with a lot of volatility along the way. It's going to go, my FWOG bags have gone from 700,000 down to 300, back up, back and forth. So if I was able to stake it and just earn money for living through that volatility, that would be amazing. But on the other end of this, they're also removing supply from the market because a ton of people are going to go and stake and try to earn these rewards, which are based off of trading fees. So you are getting Solana, which is claimable every single day immediately, but you are also getting a part of those fees in the token itself. So here in the meme coin, and those are auto restaked. So one, it compounds as you're now earning more because you have more tokens staked, but that also removes even more supply off of the market. Next up, we have Haley Welch, the girl behind Hawk Tuah, finally launching her own meme coin, and it was an absolute disaster. Essentially, this thing was sniped or bought up, whatever, immediately all the way up to roughly 500 million. And you can see right here, it dumped straight down roughly to 50 million market cap, bouncing around, and it is currently sitting at $36 million market cap. So anyone who didn't manage to snipe it or get in early probably bought along this entire dip. And I assume most people are down incredibly bad, and people are very mad all over crypto Twitter, like reporting her. I saw like lawsuits going around. People want revenge. Now I'm seeing a lot of accusations go around on how the team was selling the supply and dumping on everybody. So they held a spaces to explain and saying, yes, they did get 97% of the tokens, but there's a point to that. They have to redistribute some to the community. They have to give some to their investors, which I actually posted about this on Twitter saying, hey, I wasn't shocked what happened with the token. What I was shocked is when I heard about the pre-sale that they were doing. They were trying to raise $6.9 million for a meme coin at $35 million FTV, which is really high. But the shocking part here is it had a 3-month cliff and then 2 years of vesting. Like, that's longer than some of these legit projects that have hundreds of employees and are building a game or an AI or whatever the project is. So to me, that was absolutely ridiculous. And I assume those people are most likely never getting their money back. But with all the accusations, they did jump on a Twitter Spaces in order to start explaining stuff, saying that Haley only gets 10%. It's vested for years. The people who are dumping were either the investors, so I guess they did have some unlocks, as well as communities who got like airdrops or something. But to be honest, the space was an absolute mess. Haley barely said anything, which I understand. She has no idea what's going on. She hired a team to manage this meme coin for her, and they just messed it up completely, which puts her brand at risk. Like, I made a video, I think a month ago, maybe, when I first heard about this meme coin, saying she should not be doing this. It is probably going to go wrong, and she's the one everybody's going to be mad at. So she had two people on stage, like Hollywood and over here, who were talking. The Hollywood guy should not have been talking. Like, he was saying the weirdest things. Like, everybody should be kissing his butt and like appreciating that he's doing this, even though everybody literally lost like thousands of dollars buying into this coin. He was saying things like, I don't care about the price. Never say that. Whenever a founder says that, the price goes down because people are saying, hey, I do, you don't, I'm out. But then CoffeeZilla came on stage, started asking some questions, and they kicked him off. So I assume he's going to have a long video about this where he goes into details. We also have FaZe Banks, who came on stage and was asking some really good questions, trying to give advice to Haley, but it's too little too late. They already did it. And then finally, Choose Rich Nick came on stage to ask about the fees, which is a good question. They made like over $1 million in fees. And rather than answer, Haley just said,
hey guys, I hate to interrupt you, Nick. Well, hello there. But anywho, I'm going to go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
And then rug the spaces. So all in all, it's very sus. Like, I'm not the one who's going to do the deep dive. I'm sure Zach XBT as well as CoffeeZilla are going to do an amazing job figuring this whole thing out. But this is what happens for 99% of these celebrity launches. To me, the fees are, you know, obviously they're going to want to make fee. Look, the guy, the Hollywood dude was on stage saying, because he was getting asked how much he's making from all this. He said, I have stake tokens, but I have no salary. I'm not being paid. To me, that makes no sense. Like, you're not going to work for 2 years and not be paid. Everybody is expecting to get paid, especially through those fees. And there's no problem saying that. I understand in this case, it looks really bad, right? Saying, hey, I'm going to be making money, even though the launch was botched and everybody else lost money. But like, the dev needs to eat. The team needs to eat. If you're going to go through the trouble of launching a coin, if I launch a meme coin, which I won't, I have no plans of doing it. So anything that you see is just a rug, a scam, I was hacked, whatever. I have no plans of doing that. If I did launch a coin, you better believe I am making the most money. Like, I am milking that thing. That's basically your exit when you do that, right? You want to make millions of dollars. My homies are going to eat. My community is going to eat. Like, I'm going to have fees. I'm going to be sniping it. I'm going to have side wallets. Like, you do everything you can to make money because it's a massive money-making opportunity. So to say we're not making any fees, we have token staked, that's completely cap. But again, I'm not the one who's going to go through all of this. The only thing I found funny that came from all this was this token called Tuah. So theirs was Hawk. This one's Tuah, called Straight Tuah Jail. And this thing ran after that Spaces all the way to 20 million. This was such a no-brainer play. So GG to anybody who caught this token. And hopefully this one flips the real Hawk Tuah token. Now we will come back to meme coins, but first I did want to talk about the free Magic Eden airdrop that is scheduled to happen on December 10th. This was supposed to be like a great thing, right? Everybody's supposed to be celebrating a free money moment. However, a lot of people are upset for two reasons. One, the claim does feel very complicated, and two, the allocations that they're getting. So I will link a tweet down below, which is like a tutorial I made on X explaining how to claim. And a lot of people are mad that they have to go and download a mobile app in order to check and eventually claim their token airdrop. But look at it from Magic Eden's point of view. They're giving away tons of money. And I understand people are going to say, oh, we gave them that money. Like, it's fees from, I hear this for Opensea all the time. Like, Opensea better launch a token. They made millions off or billions off of us in trading fees. Like, they don't owe you anything. They made a marketplace, you chose to go to it and traded. Some people made millions of dollars trading, but it doesn't matter. Like, they had a fee, you chose that marketplace, and they made money. Do you go to Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg and say, hey, you made billions of dollars off of our data, give me my piece? No, nobody cares. So why do we expect these Web3 companies to give us billions of dollars of airdrops? To me, it doesn't make sense. Look, I want it too. Don't get me wrong, I want it, but I think we like get greedy and we think we're owed something, or we stand on like this pedestal. Like, I don't know. But anyways, they want something out of giving away this free money. So they want you to go download their app, to get a bunch of users on the app, to link your wallets, to be able to work their way up the app store and have their app be like a #1 wallet that they can flex, right? So if they want something out of this free money, and to do it, yeah, you have to do this annoying app download. I know the website wasn't working, the app wasn't working because they had heavy traffic. But like I said, the token doesn't go live until December 10th, which is still, by the time you watch this video, 4 days. So there was no reason to go rush and find out how many tokens you're getting. Now, the token itself is actually doing really well on the pre-market. So on Whales, this is like an OTC market where you can trade tokens that we don't have yet. You have to like lock up money or whatever to at least guarantee some part of the deal. It's currently trading at $3.40. So if this holds, I'm going to make like 8K or whatever it is because I have 2,400 tokens. But there was also a lot of people who were very upset with their allocations, people who have millions of dollars in volume, people who had millions of gems collecting those diamonds on Magic Eden by trading, and their allocations are, some of them even less than mine. So I don't fully understand that, but a lot of people are pissed. Again, it's free money, so like we can't complain, but I could understand if you put a ton of money in volume on the platform, you feel very shafted by this move. And I hope they do come out with some calculations explaining the logic behind how they decided points were being distributed. Now, what this does do is it opens the door for Opensea, because Opensea is arguably like the #1 hated marketplace. It's also the one we all use the most, but it's like the #1 hated marketplace, or hated on marketplace, I should say. They always get trolled for being broken sea, and like they made so much money, but they weren't adding anything to the platform. So people have a lot of negative feelings towards Opensea. However, they have an opportunity now with their new platform. If they come out, which is supposed to drop in December, with their new platform, if they do a token and they reward traders all the way back to like 2020 or 2021, whenever they launched, and they do a good sized airdrop, giving a lot of tokens to the community, similar to the hype coin that we just saw. And that thing went from 3 bill to like 12 bill. People are buying it even though they got a free airdrop for it. So hopefully we could see that with an Opensea token, with a Magic Eden token. But Opensea really does have an opportunity to be the hero if they come in and, you know, give us a really good airdrop. And I think they know this because today they said, so how long have you been using Opensea? This feels like an intro to like, hey, we're rewarding people who were trading pre-2021, which would be awesome. And that liquidity boost into the market, I think, would flow down into NFTs, into meme coins, whatever it is, and everything would go up way more. Now, moving on to upcoming tokens this week, we first have Kibby, who just announced their TGE is going to be happening on December 9th. If you don't know this project, it is like a loyalty/rewards program, and they got a lot of attention because the NFTs completely mooned when they originally announced the airdrop for NFT holders. They're currently sitting at like 0.5 or something. The high was 1.7. I remember trading them from like 0.7 to 1.7. Luckily, I got out because these things nuked. Unfortunately, they did lose a lot of attention. So it is going to be interesting to see them go to market and what FDV they are trading at. The second coin that also announced their TGE on December 12th is Lingo, which is like an RWA play / real estate and travel. And I actually invested into this one, but like a lot of these projects, they launch attention too. So again, no clue how this one's going to perform. Wish me luck on this one. I hope I make my money back at minimum. But the third one that is going to be launching on December 17th is Nifty Island. Like I farmed this one a little bit. I don't have crazy hours in this one, but they still did a big farming campaign. So hopefully their airdrop is really good for both farmers as well as their island NFT holders. But this one, I like the team and I like the project. So really hoping it does well. I hope all these do well, but this one, like, you know, the team's cool. I hope it does well. But my most exciting one that's upcoming is going to be Kip Protocol, which is in the AI space, and AI has been the hottest narrative for Q4. I think it's going to be hot for the rest of this cycle as well as the next, like, I don't know how many years. AI is one of the biggest narratives that is brewing outside of Web3 right now. So their TGE is happening very soon on December 10th. They have some really great backers, so I am expecting this one to perform well. It does seem like all of these projects are moving forward with a centralized exchange listing approach, as opposed to a lot of projects that started doing the DEX only approach. So that's going to be interesting to see. As for their NFTs, they're currently sitting at roughly 0.08. They did hit as high as 0.1. In my last video, I think they were at like 0.05 or 0.06 just 2 days ago. So them announcing the date did have a positive effect on the floor. Like I said in the last video, we have no idea what the airdrop is, especially for the different rarities. So I assume there's like a lack of speculation here as opposed to people really choosing to speculate. And they also have their Uprising campaign, which is like their airdrop farm campaign, but that is not going to end when their TGE happens. They have a ton of plans to reward people who engage, people who farm the airdrop with future rewards. So it is not ending just because the TGE is happening. And I very much look forward to seeing how this project performs. Now, quickly jumping back to meme coins before covering NFTs, which I do want to cover before the video ends, we have popular YouTuber CryptoStache launching his very own meme coin through Virtual's protocol. He did an interview live with the team, and then he launched it for his audience live. And a lot of people, myself included, were trying to snipe it. Unfortunately, it did get sniped by somebody. Or I was not trying to snipe, I was trying to buy it. Somebody actually sniped it. The token ran very quickly all the way to, it insta-bonded, first of all. By the time I saw it on Virtuals, because it wasn't loading, it was like at 600K. And then it ran all the way up to 1.4 million. I did get in originally at 800K. I did not flip at 1.4. It went back down. It went back up again. And now it has just been trickling down, unfortunately. I've bought a bit more. I'm making a bet on him. Like, he's a big YouTuber. He said he has a huge, or not huge, but he said he has a dev team behind this thing and he plans on pushing it. So I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt and I'm just betting on this token. I'm not telling you to buy. Like, it is down very bad. A sniper came in and one clipped out like $22,000. It's currently at under 300K market cap. So let's come back in a couple of weeks and we'll see where this token is at. As for Memecoin listings, this week we saw Giga, Turbo, Mog, and Moodeng all announce listings on Coinbase. However, the effect doesn't really seem to be that strong in the initial pump. I think part of the reason for this is that the tokens aren't live immediately. So you get that pump, but then it kind of fizzles down because you're waiting for a real announcement for the tokens to actually go live. However, they have seemed to be pumping now that they are actually live on Coinbase, especially Mog, which does seem to have just put in a all-time high here at 1.2 billion, which this is the only one on this list of 4 coins that I actually hold. But Coinbase, look, Coinbase is good. Coinbase is great, but the main player is really Binance. You want that Binance listing. If you can do it, you want that Robinhood listing. And actually this week, Pepe finally got a spot Binance listing. However, it still has not broken its recent all-time high of 10 billion after getting Robinhood. Now we also have Ski Mask Dog, which is up. It ripped it up 3x in the past 2 days, up to 300 million. And it did partially do this, I assume, because it got attention after a US representative had to declare that he purchased some ski mask dog meme coin, which is really funny. And I hope we continue to see more and more of this, as it's going to, get attention and help pump our meme coins. We also had Pepe and Chillguy both getting shilled on a traditional news station, which is really funny. And the timeline we're living in right now is crazy. Now, I did want to finish this video with some NFT news. The first one is Project O, which is a project I invested in back in 2022, just for full disclosure. So pump my bags, please. But they finally announced their blueprint program, which I describe as collectible nodes that give you IP ownership. I think this is an amazing idea. I do believe we're going to see more and more, especially games, adopt this. But basically what it does is for every hero card, there is 100 blueprints, which those are those collectible nodes I mentioned. And whenever a hero card is minted, traded, or upgraded, the blueprints of that hero get a royalty. So this is very much linked to the success of the game. If they are able to go mainstream and get hundreds of millions of players, these blueprints are going to absolutely print, because there's going to be millions and millions of cards being minted, traded, and upgraded daily. So if you want to try your chance at getting one, I suggest signing up to their free airdrop campaign. They reward you for holding NFTs since 2021 from over 150 collections. Just be sure to use my referral link or my code Gorilla. Next up, we have InfiniGods finally announcing their God Vaults pre-sale. By the time you watch this video, there's going to be 3 days left for the pre-sale. It does seem like you need an access code, or I assume also a whitelisted wallet, but holders are getting 9.5% of the token supply over a 24-month period, and the total supply is 977. 5,289 are for sale for this whitelist or pre-sale, whatever you want to call it, at a price of 0.0777 ETH, which is roughly $300 at current prices. And we also have the NFTs currently sitting at 0.25 ETH, which are also going to get an airdrop of 7.5% of their token. So another one that I'm looking forward to. I hold 10 of these NFTs, so I pray this one does well. But finally, I did want to take a look at this Chonk mint, because they minted a crazy amount. They are at 50,000 mints of their open edition, with still 2 hours left. They're going to have made $2 million off of this mint. They're currently at what, 1.7, 1.8 million? And basically what it is just these little Chonk guys that have different assets, and you could switch the assets and stuff. And obviously Opensea posting them gave them a ton more mints. Before Opensea posted it, they were at 20K mints. Now they're at 50,000. It's 0.01. So I guess, what is that? $38 per mint, not counting gas. I minted 5 just for fun, in case, these become Nakamigos or something. Like I said, you could mess around with the traits and I guess remove traits and switch them around. But I just wanted to show you guys this. It's interesting. We haven't seen this kind of mint in a while, and the team absolutely cooked, making $2 million. So GG. In a last little bit of news, Pudgy Penguins just announced the Pengu token, which is the official coin of Pudgy Penguins, launching this year. So within the next 25 days. And if we look at the tokenomics, you'll see that 25.9% is reserved for the Pudgy community. So I assume Pudgy Penguins, Lil Pudgies, and the fishing rods. And of course, we have Pudgies going up off of this news. Pudgy Penguins are up roughly 2 ETH at 17.5, and Lil Pudgies are up around 0.3 at 1.9 ETH. And the volume on these things is crazy. But that does it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If there's something I didn't cover that you want me to cover, or you need a tutorial, or you have questions, hit me down below. I'll try to answer it. There's a ton of bots now, so it is very hard to see the comments. If not, jump in my Discord. I'll help you there. If you haven't already done so, would you kindly hit that subscribe button, smash that bell notification. Thanks for watching another Crypto Gorilla video. Peace.